Yeah.
Do you have a list on your computer?
Yeah, it's also. I just kind of copied some off the sheet that he gave us.
Okay, so you want to maybe have the sheet over here, and then you guys have one to look at, so we know what it.
I guess before we start, how much time do you really have?
Yeah.
We don't want to.
I'd like to be done in a half hour.
That's fine.
That's
Oh,
okay.
yeah.
That should be
Yeah.
doable. Very doable.
Sure. Yeah, good to.
Yeah, that's good. I might shift my guy going. My guy's leaving at 3 o'clock, so.
Okay, that's
But
fine.
he won't go till like a bit.
So I guess a good start off question was, what made you interested in opening a small business?
I grew up in one.
You grew up in one?
Yep.
What kind of business was that?
It was a small grocery store and locker plant. And I always liked the grocery store part better than the locker plant part, so that's all.
Was that owned by your parents then?
Yep, my parents and my uncle owned it. So we grew up, I started working there. I was talking to my brother the other day. I was born in 1957, and my Social Security card got issued in 1964. That's when I started working.
Been at this a long time then.
Yeah.
So did you like work up through management positions there when you were working there? Or did you just start as
we just started, all of us kids got, our parents would let us do anything in the store. We got,
yeah, and then you just.
There wasn't really management positions.
Yeah.
They let us learn to do everything, and then we got encouraged to go to school. I graduated from Winona State.
Cool. No, it was just your interest then.
Where was it? Where was it that you grew up?
Goodyear, Minnesota.
Okay. I assume it was a little smaller back then.
Pardon me?
It was a little smaller of a city back then.
500 people then.
Oh,
It's
geez.
a little bit smaller than what it is now.
Yeah. Yeah, it's different then, where it's more rural farm kids
Mm-hmm.
and less people in town. Now I think there's more people that live in town. So the net result, the school district's about the same size, or maybe a little bit smaller than it used to be.
One of the questions I had was, what were some of the considerations you took in before opening? Like, what were some of the factors you had to consider?
As far as risk factors? Or
Risk factors.
Oh, well, nobody wants to go broke. I wanted to be able to get into. I was desperate to buy a store, and I just wanted to get into one that I thought could be successful. And so you look at what and when you can afford. And obviously, I wasn't going to be able to buy a store like Hy-Vee, so we bought it was a small rundown store, and we started from scratch and just worked our way up.
So were stores like Hy-Vee and like Walmart around when you started operations, and who were like your major competitors?
Well, when we started, it was 32 years ago.
Okay.
There was, you guys probably don't remember, there's a Red Owl store in town. There's an independent store, Market Foods.
Okay.
Randall Super Value.
Sure. So they're all kind of stores like this, smaller?
This one was considerably smaller than all the rest of them. And then there was a Warehouse Market, was a box type store that was in town here then too.
Okay.
There was a lot of stores, but that's at the time Kmart was here, but none of the other discount stores were in town, and Quick Trips were very small then too.
Yeah. There weren't 9 of them all over.
No, they were just starting to really take off at that time too.
Cool.
So how would you say you would keep your like competitive edge now with like Hy-Vee and Walmart?
We have to work on take care of the local people, perishables, do stuff that they can't do, and know your customers when they come in here.
So almost like being more friendly, kind of interaction is very important.
I think I have 7 people that worked over 30 years here, and they know a lot of their people, and people like to go where they're recognized and people say hello to them and they know their names. There's a lot to that. And you have to be, after offer them competitive products and services.
Sure.
So now, you mentioned, I don't know how many stores it was that used to be here.
Mm-hmm.
Why is it because we're more friendly, more small town kind of a business, or why is it that Midtown is still here and they aren't?
We learned how to manage our overhead a long time ago.
Okay.
We've always tried to not have very much debt, so we weren't making big payments to the bank. used to rent a building. I bought it, so I have control of the real estate. A lot of it was managing our overhead and keeping track of our labor costs and managing our other expenses to keep them low so we could do all right.
And we'll go along with that. Since you can make small, if you had to make payments to the bank and make them small, when you started this up,